We are live here with Richard from GCE Logistics in the City of Industry in Los Angeles, talking all things cross-border, really getting into the nuts and bolts of cross-border. Richard, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
What is your role here at GCE Logistics?
I'm the transportation manager of GCE Logistics. So we are a company provide transportation services to all US and China sellers, online selling platforms, and all the individual customers who will receive a package.
Okay, so again, so you guys will do everything from pick and pack a US made product and ship it direct to a consumer overseas in China, as well as put it in pallets and ship it to a distributor.
Yeah, that's right. From door to door, everything in the middle you might think about.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of these products we've got over here. This is the wall of products. These are all going where?
Yeah, all these cargoes are shipped from US to China on by different sellers on different platforms. Like on here, we are looking for something sell on JD.com, which is a very famous selling website in China.
Right here.
Yeah,
okay.
And for here is something on Tmall and VIP.com. They are also pretty popular in China. When the customer want to buy something, they might search this website. And if you click the buy button and pay the bill, it might be shipped by us. Might be something in here.
What other companies? So you work with VIP.com, Jindong.com, Tmall.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's most popular three in China, and we work with some other direct sellers as well. They have their own website. They have their own selling retail stores in China. So we also provide service to them. So they don't have to do with this website. They might sell just by themselves, and we still can ship for them.
So that's the idea that a Chinese consumer goes to their website in China, buys the product, but the product's actually sitting in the US. You will take that product and ship it direct to that consumer.
That's correct. That's correct.
What are the differences between Jin Dong, Tmall, and VIP?
For e-commerce, generally to say, I like to say no, but still, when they touch the market, like still some small difference. Like JD, Jingdong.com, they're more likely to start with something for household cargo, household goods like you daily will use, like food products,
Like
pillows,
okay.
and some healthy food, healthy
Okay.
products.
A lot. Okay, that's Jindong.com. You feel like it's a lot, and some of this stuff is U.S. made. We got organic protein.
For foodstuffs, almost all of them are US made. And for some others, they still have made in China, made in Vietnam, but the product, the items is for US market only. That means when you're trying to do when trying to buy it, it's only available in US market.
So even some of these products that are made in China, they're actually made for the export market, in particular in the U.S. So they actually come here, and then you may even sell them from the retailer back into China.
Yes, that's right. Sometimes
I mean,
that
not
happens.
sell them, but you'll
Yeah.
ship them. Okay.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple of products here. Let's talk about this one right here. Okay, Pure Castile soap. I don't know if have you used that soap, by the way?
Not for
It's
me,
pretty nice.
but
It's
I
nice,
know this one in China. This is a popular this kind like soaps, cosmetics products, because they think the U.S. products is more healthy, more environmental friendly, and it's good quality.
This product, for example, if you were selling this wholesale into a distributor in China, would have to go through certain approvals and regulations?
Yes, of course. First, to make sure this quality is good, but when we ship through a regular way, the sellers will facing a big problem of inventory risk, because all this got expiration date. If they ship a full container this to China, if they cannot sell it on time, they will maybe throw away half of the container. But right now, they can just have like a few hundred bottles to test the market. To do this by the e-commerce, sell it on the platform.
So just to repeat that, so what you're saying is one of the benefits of selling this direct to a consumer in China from here as an individual package is that there's less inventory risk because the seller can keep 100, 200 bottles here, And if they don't sell, it's still in the U.S. They haven't exported it already to China, and they could ship it right back to their factory.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. The other benefit of the cross-border direct is this whole there's no animal testing regulations and other things you have to abide by. Correct?
There's a still regulation like that. All the products has to follow that regulation. The test, it has to be safe, has to be in good quality, but you might have less risk of testing by the China's customs. That means the cargo will arrive to your customer quickly, more faster.
Okay, but if I sell, I just want to understand that if I sell direct to a consumer from the U.S., it doesn't have to get through a product like these. I don't have to get CFDA or other equivalent registrations.
As long as if this product here in U.S., as long as follow the U.S. laws, that will be fine.
Okay, all right. Whereas if I sell to a distributor into China, that distributor does have to get these all registered in the local CFDA.
They have to acquire more license and permit in China.
Okay.
In order to sell it to a wholesaler.
Let's talk a little bit about this idea of what does it mean to be selling to an individual consumer versus a wholesaler? How does the government know what you're doing?
Okay, it's mostly by when the cargo arrive in China. When the cargo right across the border, the customs will know it through the filing system. Either you ship through a container or ship through an air shipment, or you ship a package. They still need file to China's custom. So customer will see that in their system. There's a one container of soap come in, or there's only one bottle of the soap in the package come in. And by this information, different regulation will apply to those.
And there's two major triggers to say for individual use, right? One is the quantity of product in one package, and the other is the total value of that package.
Yeah, that's right. If you ship it by a package, there's a two-way to trigger that.
Okay, and that meaning basically if I want to say I'm selling to an individual, it has to be under 2,000, the package itself, even if there are 10 items in it, has to be under 2,000 renminbi, or there have to be only X number of items in that one package.
Yeah, that's right. They have to follow that in order to get the package clearance favorite.
Okay, and the number of items in one package to trigger distributor versus for commercial use versus individual use can differ depending on the product.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
And to find that out as a seller, what do you have to do, or how do you work through that?
I will recommend them to find an experienced transportation service provider, because it's hard for the seller, especially for the U.S. seller, to find out this policy for China's market. Yeah, they have to cooperate with a reliable service provider.
And that sounds like a good sales pitch, but it also, when you tell me, it's not just going to one website and saying, okay, what is the number of packages for Castile soap, number of items for Castile soap I can put in one package? Because you said you work with a lot of different entities along the logistics channel, because each one has maybe a different number.
Yeah, that's right. I do see some customers, they're trying to find this policy by themselves, but finally they found maybe a 55-page list, 3,000 or 5,000 of cargoes, but they only deal with 10 of them. So even if you find some information online, even that is accurate, it's still hard for seller to figure out which one is useful for them. Yeah.
Sure. Talk a little bit about de minimis. De minimis in the U.S., $800. You can sell into the U.S. for $800 or less, and you don't have to pay duties. China, it's 500 renminbi, or about $75. How has you seen companies take advantage of that? Is it beneficial for maybe Chinese companies to sell into the U.S. more so? Or?
Yes, that's right. Some seller, they will use this policy to make their cargo arrive to customer more quick and at a lower cost, because they save some duty. They save time of the customs clearance, and that from now that is welcomed by China's customs, as long as you package them right.
Talk two things. One is the difference between selling direct to consumer from here versus going to a free trade zone in China and selling direct to consumer out of the free trade zone, both of which you can do through Jin Dong Worldwide or Tmall Global, but it's not as easy to do free trade zone in China, right, direct to consumer, as it is from here.
it's not so easy, especially for mid-sized or small business, because in order to get your cargo into the free trade zone in China, you have to get a company registered in China, and after that you have to get a series of license and permits in order just for your cargo to storage in that trade zone. So for mid-sized or small business, they probably will choose just doing a fulfillment service in US and ship through a small package, and they can still have lots of benefits from small package, the free duty policy for like a under 500 RMB or something. Yeah.
Okay, and certifications. So that's very interesting. So if you want to ship through a free trade zone in China, even though you get still the benefits of less duties and the certification benefits of not having to locally certify your products if you're a cosmetics or a food supplement, but you have to have a Chinese company set up in China.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can work through a third party, but again, then you're working through a third party. You might as well maybe work through a third party in the US and not have to deal with the whole process and do it domestically and no inventory risk.
Yeah, that way you can save time. You can have your cargo put on the market more quickly from your factory to the line. You don't have to spend time to waiting for those processing, waiting for those license.
Sure. Okay. Now, what do we have over here? I'm going to go over here, put this down. Great products, by the way.
Sure. Here I can show you something from China.
Oh, here. Here we go.
From China, they will sell mostly in U.S. market, like some scooter. We'll have this gift for our children in holiday season, like the pencil box. It's well quality and.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did I do that right?
Yeah, that's right. And at the price here.
Yeah. The price. Okay.
Okay. Here is some package. Oh, of course, the drone. It's popular right now.
What's you guys? I mean, it's like a big hot item, drones.
Yeah, it's really hot right now. But for drones, the seller in China, they have to apply some license to make it legal in U.S. and they can just ship the cargo here, and we ship it for them to the customers. Yeah.
Okay, so just so I understand, so all of these products are coming in from China, let's say, and you're fulfilling them direct to consumers out here.
Yes, that's what we do for this. Yeah.
Okay, and these companies, just like in the U.S. outbound, Chinese companies have to get certified. Do they have to get recertified in the U.S. even if they've already been certified as a healthy product or whatever, good CFDA approval? If they get CFDA approval in China, do they have to then get FDA approval in the U.S.?
Yes, they have to.
Okay.
Yeah,
so they have to certify both.
Yeah, certify both. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Great. Richard, I really appreciate you all your input. I want to thank you. You've survived the Getting to Global interview. Come on over here. We're going back in the center here. I'm going to ask you a couple quick fun questions. What was the last thing you bought online?
I bought online lotions.
Okay, for yourself?
Yeah, for myself.
What kind of lotion?
Something similar I can get from Walmart.
Okay.
On that day, I just don't have time to run to Walmart. I still can wait about a week, so I buy it.
Can I see your hands? Can
Yes,
I see?
of course.
Is this the hands that's lotioned? Are you lotioning? Ooh, that is nice and soft. Are you lotioning your hands?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have? My hands are all crinkly.
Okay,
You
I
have
can buy
nice
something
hands.
for you.
You have nice hands.
Give me your address. I can ship that to you.
Well, I'll go to I guess I'll go online and I can have it shipped and then shipped through your warehouse. But okay, great, thank you.
Yeah,
If you could hire a superhero for your company, what superpower would they have?
a superhero.
Sure.
Maybe a Superman.
Superman. Yeah. What would you use Superman for?
Delivery, of course. He delivers fast.
I feel like Superman has so many other opportunities in life, but I guess if he's looking for a job, delivery man for you would be, certainly he could be very helpful.
Yeah, yeah. As long as he asks a reasonable price for the salary.
Richard, thanks for joining Getting to Global.
Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.